Welcome to our CFP exam prep discussion on insurance valuation methods. Today, we're diving deep into how insurance companies determine the amount they'll pay when you file a claim. Understanding these methods is crucial because they appear frequently on the CFP exam and are often misunderstood by test takers. Let's start with replacement cost valuation. This method pays what it would cost to replace the damaged property with a new item of similar kind and quality, without deducting for depreciation. For example, if your 5-year-old laptop gets damaged, replacement cost coverage would pay for a new comparable laptop, even if it costs more than what you originally paid. A common mistake students make on the exam is confusing replacement cost with reproduction cost. Replacement cost allows for modern materials and methods, while reproduction cost requires identical materials and construction methods. The exam often includes tricky questions where both terms appear as options. Moving on to actual cash value or ACV, this method takes replacement cost and subtracts depreciation. Many students oversimplify ACV as just purchase price minus depreciation. That's incorrect. The proper calculation is the current cost to replace minus depreciation. Here's an example. A sofa purchased for $2,000 5 years ago might cost $2,500 to replace today. If it has depreciated 40%, the ACV would be $1,500, not $1,200 as many would incorrectly calculate. The third method is agreed value, which is often tested but frequently misunderstood. This is a predetermined amount agreed upon by both the insurer and policyholder at the time the policy is written. It's commonly used for unique items like antiques, art, or specialized equipment where value determination could be disputed. Test takers often miss questions about agreed value because they forget that this amount remains fixed regardless of market value changes until the policy is renewed. Here's a critical point that appears on the exam. The coinsurance clause doesn't apply to agreed value coverage. This is different from replacement cost and ACV policies where coinsurance can reduce claim payments if property is underinsured. When studying for the exam, remember this framework. Replacement cost is the most generous valuation method but has the highest premiums. ACV is less expensive but leaves the insured bearing the cost of depreciation. Agreed value provides certainty but requires regular updates to remain adequate. The exam often presents scenarios where you need to determine which valuation method is most appropriate. For personal property, replacement cost is typically best for items that depreciate quickly, like electronics. ACV might be more cost-effective for items that hold their value. Agreed value is ideal for items with uncertain or disputed values. Watch out for questions involving partial losses. With replacement cost, full replacement is paid even for partial damage if repairs would cost more than replacement. With ACV, partial losses are settled based on the depreciated value of the damaged portion only. These nuances are favorite testing points. Remember that insurance contracts must specify the valuation method. The exam might present policy language and ask you to identify the valuation method being described. Pay attention to key phrases like without deduction for depreciation, which indicates replacement cost, or minus depreciation, which signals ACV. Understanding these valuation methods thoroughly will help you navigate complex exam questions and apply this knowledge in real-world client situations. These concepts form the foundation of property insurance planning, so make sure you can explain each method clearly and identify when each is most appropriate.